All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
This should have
missed
new
a memo.
content on the right again, I'm pretty sure. But the awaiting input thing is not there. New content, new content. So, we do right door.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
And
to
then phone
admire
call,
it.
I guess.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
I mean, if you're JD Vance, you're looking at this couch pretty nicely, aren't you?
Yes,
And then skip over.
really worth it being here.
Go.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ring,
That's
ling,
her,
ding, ding,
Stanley.
ding.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Aha! Oh, 427's the apartment
Oh,
number.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Ooh.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Do I have to?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
I always was. Alright, creepy mannequin.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press up on the D-pad on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press up again. Yeah.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press right. Interesting. Also, what kind of apartment is this? Like, I get the microwave, the sink, the fridge, the desk. Why is the chair in the way of the bedroom?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press Y to watch TV. I was just thinking, this is kind of like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
And so he began to fantasize about his own
Oh.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I did think the desk was a bit suspicious, but we're basically going to recreate the office, and then this is going to lead into the room as well. Press X to spend time with the boys. And it's like, yeah? Has Stanley ever mentioned the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press right to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Game with a baby? Because I was wondering whether the game would not... It would tell you endings of things you've already seen, like the monitors with the mind control and the yellow line. Game with a baby is not something we've seen, though. Press X to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press Y to tell your wife you love her, but the wife isn't real. The kids aren't real.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press Y to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press B to be at work in the morning. Alright, but how long is the do not press the button thing going to last? Because I imagine it's probably infinite. The narrator is trying to make a point that I am forced to do these decisions no matter what. I am forced to push these buttons. And if I don't, nothing else will happen. Press B to be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press X to question nothing. Well, the funny thing is that we already did see ourselves, didn't we? In the room, the view above the room where Stanley was standing in front of 2 doors. No, question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
And it says, please die in text on the screen. The end is never the end. Okay. I do like the fact that they have the new content door to tell me, by the way, this thing is new. Yeah, there's nothing else to do here. Cool. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Is that what we're trying to find out? The ultimate
Stanley
mystery?
decided to go to the meeting.
Because we've already done the
Perhaps
freedom
he had
ending.
simply missed a memo.
Alright. If the door says new content, we can ignore it. Woohoo!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
I am
Stanley knew
wondering
it
whether
perfectly
going
well.
this way will actually lead
Perhaps
to
he
an
wanted to
ultimately
stop by the
different
employee
ending, but I want
lounge
to find
first,
out.
just to admire it.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
Sorry?
This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
What, blood? I don't think so. Biomechanical stuff can be the same thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Really? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. This time we're going to go to the
Stanley was
ending
so bad at
where
following directions,
we
it's
go to the
incredible he wasn't
phone
5 years
and we
ago.
pull the plug again. So, I'm trying to think of what paths we've not explored. Obviously the new content one, but that's a very obvious thing, and I'm going to try and keep that until the very end if I can help it. The thing to do next
The
is to
meeting
do...
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
That's different. He didn't say that before. What's going on, narrator? Monitors. Yeah, okay. Right, new content door? New content door, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Despite the fact that what the narrator said there was different, I'm going to do my original plan, which is go to the right-hand side and then do the forklift stuff.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room.
I mean, sure, I guess that could be someone's inner monologue.
Yes.
Yes.
Really, really worth it being. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah. Alright, so... This
Stanley
time
was
we're
so
going to
bad
make a
at following
jump.
directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5
Because our
years
choices
ago.
matter.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
That door's open.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I don't think I ever noticed that
I
door being
realize that
open before.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
I
you've
shouldn't
been neglecting,
die
Stanley.
from this fall.
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have 0 consideration for others?
Kinda.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, what does that mean? Give me a chance to prove I'm on your side. Because the doors have been opening for us automatically. So it kind of becomes a thing of what can you say? Danger! Danger everywhere. Alright. 2B1. Warning, do not stand on this side of the fence. Oh, sorry about that. No buckets past this point.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Aha, I see. Alright, well, we've got another branching path. Let's go blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Uh-huh. Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ooh. That's a bit ominous. It's not the
see?
same...
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Oh.
A third option.
Ooh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Do I have to? Do the doors shut behind me? Oh, they do shut behind me. And that led to the right anyway.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Absolutely.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
5 out of 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh. Worldwide leaderboard. Okay. Interesting. Are these actual people? No, I don't think so. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Huh. Yeah, so these are all fake stats. Friends list is empty. Yeah. Okay. Right, if we go through this one, does it lead to the same place? It does.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, an actual loading screen this time.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
4 hours of this? Oh. I don't like that. But it's supposed to simulate 4 hours of looking after a baby crying all the whole time. Okay, well, yeah, we're not doing that.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
The second one.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Ooh.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Go on.
Yes, This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
The end is never the end. I was wondering whether it would try and highlight a game on the console itself.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Well,
what's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So the problem with this is that I don't have Firewatch on the Switch, but I have played it on the PlayStation 4. And yeah, this is probably a thing of the Ultra Deluxe edition of, hey, you know what would be nice if we reference other indie games and put them into our game here. But, you know, I guess it's it fits the genre. Playing Firewatch in the Stanley Parable. Now, did they ask to include the entire game of Firewatch in the Stanley Parable? Because I'll admit, I didn't actually check the game size of the Stanley Parable. I imagine it's too big, right? So having an entire other game in the game itself might actually be doable? I don't know. And yes.
Oh no.
What?
No, it can't be.
What's up? Huh? What's going on? Come on, Narrator.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Exactly.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.